said in the Christmas tag video that I put up the other day, I don't tell my kids about Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny, any of that, for a reason. The number one reason why I don't is because whenever I found out about Santa Claus, I feel like it was an extraordinarily traumatic way. Maybe because I was so young, or just the way that I found out. If you want to see how I found out, you can go and watch the video I posted, the tag video, and I explain how I found out. It was very traumatic, and I don't know, like I remember watching all my cousins finding out years and years after I did, because I was only 6 years old when I was told the truth about Santa Claus. But because of that, and seeing my cousins and how, I mean, we were all truly devastated when we found out. And so because of that, and I don't know, I never wanted my kids to go through that. The Easter Bunny I never really believed in, like it just seemed kind of far-fetched to me as a child. And the same thing with the Tooth Fairy, like I never really bought into it. And again, it could be because I already knew, by the time I started losing teeth, I already knew that Santa Claus wasn't real. It's probably why I'm like, well, I don't think that this tooth person is real either. My foot hurts how I'm sitting. So yeah, that could be why. Another reason why I don't tell my kids about Santa Claus and all that other nonsense is because it's a lie. Like, it's a lie. I don't want to lie to my kids about it. And I know people are like, oh, well, magic and this and that, this and that. I understand that. I understand that it can be very magical, but trust me, children do not need to know about Santa Claus to have a magical Christmas. Here comes Sam. Hi, Sam. Hi. What are you doing? Hi. And something else people don't understand is why I take my kids to get Santa Claus pictures, even though they know that he's not real, because it's fun. And they understand, like whenever they ask me about it, I tell them that it's kind of like on Halloween, how we dress up as characters. Well, this nice man has dressed up because a lot of kids do believe that Santa Claus is real, and he wants to make them happy. What are you doing? Being awkward. But yeah, that's kind of how they see it. Oh, back to what I was saying about the magic. It. Okay, they like it. That's right, he likes it. So it's still magical for them. They still, you know, open their presents and they still see the lights and the magic is still there. They're just missing the Santa Claus portion of it. Another reason why I don't is because whenever I actually attempted to do it with Sarah and Brooklyn and Autumn believed until she was like 10. Her dad made her believe all that long, from what I understand. So I did explain it to them, and they were a little bit older, and they got a little bit freaked out of someone breaking into their house. So that wasn't necessarily a good thing. Had a lot of nightmares. Hi. Hi, cutie. So yeah, that wasn't good. Just a whole bunch of reasons why. However, I have told my children the legend of Saint Nicholas. Sam actually is named after Saint Nicholas, because I do love that story. So that's where Santa Claus comes into play in their lives, is they all know the legend and story of Saint Nicholas. So that's kind of, I guess, how I do incorporate Santa Claus in a way. And I guess the same thing goes for the Easter Bunny. I mean, there's no real story behind that. They do know the biblical. We aren't particularly religious in our family, but they do know the biblical aspect behind Christmas and behind Easter. Which, if you don't, Jesus was born on Christmas. Well, not really, but that's Jesus's birthday, and then Easter is when he died and was resurrected. So that's the biblical aspect behind it. Again, we don't necessarily focus a lot on that, but that's the reason for it. And the Tooth Fairy just doesn't, I don't know, I never really bought it, and none of my kids really bought it. Like whenever I told Autumn she lost her first tooth at 4, and she came back from her dad's house, the Tooth Fairy said, my dad said the Tooth Fairy was coming, but I don't know. And so she never really kind of bought it, and then the other kids never really knew about it. So yeah. And the fact that I don't tell my kids about these things, my family hates. My mother hates it, my grandmother hates it, everybody hates it. Oh, you're ruining their childhood. Look at my kids. Their childhood's not been ruined by this at all. They just don't have to go through that painful moment between the ages of 9 and 11 when they figure out, oh crap, none of this stuff is real. And again, I know not for all kids, but for me and for my cousins and my siblings, it really did create some trust issues with our parents for a while. And I just want to spare my kids that. So, hi. Hi. Is Santa Claus real? No. Is it Easter Bunny real? No. How about Tooth Fairy? No. Is that okay though? Is Christmas still magical?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like best about Christmas? Ah, you're hurting my arm. Get up. What do you like best about Christmas? You don't know? Okay. Anyway, I probably have to go get him lunch right now because it's almost 11:30. So anyway, call me an awful person if you want. That's fine. But we just don't do Santa. We do, however, do other things for them. Like instead of baking cookies for Santa, that's why we watch a movie, huh? Yeah. What are we gonna watch this year? You don't know? If I tell you, will you tell the girls?
No.
No. We're gonna watch Finding Dory. We got you guys Finding Dory. And I'm only telling you because you're gonna forget. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now. Yeah, if you don't tell your kids about Santa Claus, I'm letting you know that's fine and it's normal, and a lot of people aren't doing that anymore. And if you do tell your kids about Santa Claus, that's fine and normal and socially accepted, and I have no judgment either way. I want to make sure that that's very, very clear, and I probably should have said that at the beginning. But it's okay if you do, and it's okay if you don't, and yeah, that's pretty much that. So you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Say bye-bye.